All right, it is 8/1/2024. That's right, August 1st, 2024. This is your favorite carnivore, Carnivore Ken, back for another health walk, run, jog in the summer heat with a heat index of 102. Very taxing on this old man. It's going to be 65 very soon. So I decided I'd pull out the old selfie stick, which doesn't seem to be expanding as far as it should, and do a little video real quick. I am learning when you are doing exercise in a high heat index area, you gotta be a little smart about it. The other day when I did a run, I got home, I laid down on the garage floor, turned the fan on so I have a little cool breeze blowing on me, and I cannot believe this just doesn't look right. Oh, there we go. All right, now I got full extension so you can see my fat gut because I ate a couple too many berries and walnuts lately. Anyways, I learned that you have to be smart about working out when there's heat advisories, because I got down on that floor, I had put my cell phone on the freezer, and I'm down there doing some ab work, and all of a sudden the cramps started coming on in my legs, both calves and hamstrings, knotting right up. I couldn't reach my phone. I didn't have no fluids, and I mean, I was down there on that floor for quite a while. I was in suffering. I was calling out for somebody in the house to come help me out. Nobody could hear me, and I didn't know what I could do. I couldn't get up. And if you ever had bad hamstring cramps and calf cramps, it's not fun. And you know, it's just pretty similar to today's conditions. I would have probably been fine if I had not gotten home and laid down and did a little ab work. I would have went right in, you know, drunk some water, maybe with some electrolytes. I probably would have been fine. So today, I'm making sure that horrible scenario doesn't happen again, because I was probably on the verge of heat exhaustion, and I certainly don't want to have a heat stroke, because you can certainly die from that. So you got to be a little smart when you're out here working out in the heat, especially when you're elderly like myself. Although I do live down here in the south of Georgia, I will be 65 in November, and still very you know, challenging for me to work out in such hot weather. Today I'm doing just under 8 miles. The first 3 miles I did all running, and since then I've been doing a walk. But you know, it's always one big adventure, right? And I had a situation happen today, just a few minutes ago. I was running. In fact, I was doing a little running after I walked for a little bit, and there was a burgundy Dodge Ram 1500 truck pulled over with a flasher on in a weird part of the country road. Car running, so I thought, well, I wonder if there's anybody in there. So as I stopped then, I was walking by this truck and the window rolled down. I could tell there was a man in there that I could tell he wanted to talk to me. And I started talking to this guy, and you know, he didn't seem like he was in the best mental state. He was kind of like teary-eyed, and you know, like something was really bothering him. He was talking about all these people spying on him through all these electronics, and you know, he has OCD, he said, and you know, he went into You know, he's never felt so low in his life. And while he's talking to me, I'm glancing around, and I immediately saw this assault rifle with a scope in the passenger seat. And then in between the seats, he had a small, like a semi-automatic pistol. You know, like maybe a little magazine-fed pistol, probably a little 22. And so anyways, we kept on talking because I wanted to kind of like, you know, if he felt like he needed to have somebody to talk to, even though I saw, you know, weapons there. But here in Georgia, it's, you know, it's open carry, but, you know, just because it's open carried, you know, I'm still concerned when somebody is in a, almost, it seemed to me like he was in a mental health emergency, and he's fully, you know, has all these weapons with him. That's what my concern was, not, you know, what, that he had bad intentions for somebody, but, you know, is he suicidal? So anyways, I talked to him for quite a while, and we actually shook hands, and I ended up leaving. I was going to call 911 to have somebody do a conditions check on him, but this country road I was on, I didn't know the name of it. So I had to run up to where there was a street corner and make sure he didn't see me. And then I found the name of the road, and I called 911, and sure enough, my phone wouldn't connect. I had no reception where I was out here in the middle of the countryside of Georgia. So there was a car coming by, so I flagged down this nice lady that was nice enough to stop for a shirtless, wet old man like myself, and I signaled just to roll down her window a couple inches so she would feel safe. And I told her what was going on, and she allowed me to call 911 through her cell phone on her vehicle, and we reported it. And then all of a sudden, that truck pulled up in front of her car. Same guy sitting in it, but he was off a little bit, pulled over to the side again, and then he eventually pulled around us and turned on what's called Highway 30, and I told the police which way he was going. I was not saying he was a, you know, a criminal or anything, but he was definitely in a mental health emergency with, and he's fully loaded with weapons, and you know, that combination just didn't seem good to me. And we did see the police go by, driving rather fast in the direction that he had turned on Highway 30 with their lights running. So hopefully they pulled him over and somebody could have a conversation with him, because, you know, in his mental health condition, I don't think he should be, you know, having all those weapons. I mean, he was talking crazy stuff about people breaking into his house and, you know, painting on his interior walls, and, you know, I mean, he just seemed like he was out in La La Land. So, you know, I was doing what I thought I should do, kind of talk to him. Maybe he needs somebody to talk to, but, you know, I eventually wanted to go on my way so I could call 911 to have the professionals take over, because I certainly couldn't call 911 with him right there in front of my face. And I don't know what the rules are when you have a you know, you're in an open carry firearm state, but you have somebody displaying mental health issues. If they can, you know, maybe take those handguns temporarily till they have him, you know, checked out. You know, I just don't think mental health emergencies and firearms go together. So anyways, that was my adventure just now. I know that's not health and fitness, but in a way it is. It's mental health and fitness. And I just wanted to make sure I did the right thing. So, you know, I know we all have, you know, stress in our life, and, you know, a lot of times stress, it's, you know, you're your own worst enemy, how you perceive things. You know, whether it's a death or a breakup from a loved one, you know, maybe a divorce or even a girlfriend or boyfriend. You know, sometimes a breakup is worse than death to you as a person, because that person that you loved, or maybe still love for whatever reason, isn't dead. They're just rejecting you. So it makes it even harder on you, because it ain't like they're gone out of your life because they died. They're gone out of their life because they don't want to be in your life no more. I mean, that can be real hard for a person to take. And you can be, like I said, you can be your own worst enemy. You create a lot of stress on how you perceive things, because at the time when you're in those situations, sometimes you don't feel there's a way out, and you just mope about it and you get really depressed. So I know that guy, he might just be in a bad situation, but when he was talking crazy things, almost things like maybe like hallucinating. He has a laptop with him that he was tearing apart, because he was saying these people were tapping into all his electronics. I mean, yeah, definitely seemed crazy to me. So yeah, so like I said, this is usually a health walk and talk and run and jog, but maybe mental health is something we should be talking about. What else is going on? Anything else going out there in the world? Try to stay positive. I didn't know really if I wanted to do this today after that last trip where I couldn't get up off my garage floor, but when I get home now, I did bring water with me today with some Himalayan pink sea salt inside it, so I'd get some electrolytes. I just drunk that a little bit ago before I got on air here. And when I get home, I'll drink water and I won't lay down and allow myself to cramp up. I'll immediately go in the shower and start cooling my core temperature down. So hopefully I won't have what happened to me the other day happen again, because that was not very enjoyable. If you can't handle the high heat, you almost have to start doing, for myself, I have to start doing cardio inside. I usually do, when I go to the gym, I usually am doing resistance training. I don't usually do cardio there. I want to get some cardio in. But if I have to, I could go there and use the assault bike. When you get going back and forth on that assault bike, it creates quite the breeze. So it does kind of keep you cool while you're working out, so that's a good thing. But I'm telling you, this high heat, right now it said it was 105 heat index. It's a whole different game. You run a little bit, like I've been doing, I stop and I start walking, I get a little bit dizzy, which I don't like, because that's a sign of heat exhaustion. So I'm gonna jog here after I let you guys go, and I'm gonna take it real easy jogging, real easy walking, so I can get home. Right now I have just under 2 miles left to go, and by then I'll be just under 8 miles, because I'm really feeling this heat right now. But I'm just I gotta put this little hard cardio slash just walking endurance type of work in, because I gotta burn some calories. I don't want to get fat just because I let in some carbs. As soon as and I'm not eating carbs like like most people do. I just had a little pecans and blueberries and raspberries and blackberries. I mean, not too much, just a little tiny bowl once a day. The rest of the time I'm eating my usual meat and eggs. But I can tell just a nap. So I'm trying to I will say the rest of the things in my life have been pretty good. My sleep's been pretty good. My not having to pee all the time, so I think I did have a high PSA that was over 4, and that went down below 4. I have a check on coming up in a couple of days to go have that checked again, but I can tell when my PSA goes up, because I have to start peeing all the time, and that hasn't been the case. I think I got a good handle on that now, which is good, because when you get older, people, men over I used to know all the statistics on this, but men over the age of 50 there's a large percentage of men that have BPH, which is basically an enlarged prostate, and that causes, it can cause sexual problems and urinary problems, because your prostate, surrounds that, basically the tube that men pee out of, and it squeezes on it. So that causes all kinds of problems with urinating, and it can cause bladder problems. And of course you don't want to get, last thing you want is prostate cancer, right? But my PSA has been going down, so hopefully that has something with making the positive lifestyle changes help me out there. I'm drinking a lot of water these days, and that's all good. Yippee-yi-yay. I just don't want to keep this positive. Give me a like and a follow if you can. Remember, the vast majority of Americans are overweight, and there's a vast amount of people in America that are obese, and there is brand new studies that I've been reading about, like these 17 different cancers that obesity can significantly increase your chances of getting. So it's all related, guys. It's all related to bad metabolic health. There is if your lifestyle is causing you to be fluffy and overweight in the middle, don't think there ain't gonna be no downstream bad side effects from that, such as a bad diagnosis, some type of cancer, or a cardiovascular problem, or all the other problems that you can get from Crohn's, or or metabolic health conditions that can happen from being overweight like that. It's just not good for you. And Americans used to back in, if you saw a picture of Americans back in like the 70s on the beach, we weren't walking around all overweight. You take a picture of a beach back in the 70s versus a picture of a beach now in 2024, it's pretty evident that Americans have an overweight problem. Is it our lifestyles, our office jobs, our technology is making work so much more easier, but is creating a lazy, overweight population. Which when you have that, you have a whole bunch of health conditions that are not good for you that go along with that. So just get out there, get some exercise. I try to keep it very low carb, almost carnivore. On days when I'm just carnivore, I probably feel my best. But I can say when I've been adding just the blueberries, pecans, the sauerkraut, the fermented pickles, I'm not having any stomach problems from it, so maybe I can add those back in, but I just don't like the little bit of the fluffiness you get from it. And that fluffiness, the abs, is that inflammation. You get a little more fluffy in the middle. But here I am. I'm out exercising in the crazy high heat index, paying my dues because of that, right? Because if I was ripped and lean and on my couch, maybe I wouldn't want to come out and play in the heat as much. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? At least that's what Dr. Sean and Mary says. I know, of course, everybody says that. I don't know who originally came out with that. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But maybe, hopefully, there's some truth to that. So, all right, I'm not going to ramble on too much. I'm not going to talk politics. Because, maybe I'm right or maybe I'm wrong there. So, I'll just let you go, like and follow, and have a beautiful day. Carnivore Ken, out.